Top 5 mistakes vape reviewers make. Let's have a look. Hey guys, Ben Vick here, back with another Fun Day Sunday Top 5 Mistakes video. Today we are looking at vape reviewers, top 5 mistakes that vape reviewers make. Remember, please post yours in the comments below. More mistakes that you think I've missed, comment them below, let us know in the comments section. Remember, this is just a bit of fun. I'm not digging anyone out, I'm not singling anyone out. I make a lot of these mistakes myself, and it's just a bit of fun.
1.
Okay, so number one. Okay, this is quite a big one. This one came up a lot on my Facebook group when I posed this question. Feel free to join my Facebook group, it's in the description below. But this one came up a lot. Being transparent. Now, what that means is telling your viewers how you got the item. You know, did it get sent to you for free by the manufacturer? Did it come from a mate, from a shop? Did you buy it? Let people know in some way how you came by this item. Are they paying you for the video? Are they paying you to make the video? Are they paying you to jump this review ahead of others? Let people know in every single video. Being transparent, it's really important. It might not seem to you like it's a big deal, but the viewers often want to know what the story is, what the script is, why you're reviewing that thing, etc. So put it in the comments or talk about it on the video, but be honest, be transparent.
2.
Number 2, I am very guilty of this one myself. When doing a build section in a review for a rebuildable item, don't skip out the safety steps. When you've built the coil, when you've mounted the coil, check the resistance somehow. Show yourself checking the resistance on the video. If you don't do it, a new vapor watching that video, they might not do it as well. If they don't do it, you know, they could get a short, they could have a problem. I know that most of us will check the resistance off camera, but you've really got to do it on camera, or at least explain that you've done that. You know, we want to keep everyone safe and we want to help people that are learning how to build and stuff like that. And it's something that I've been guilty of myself. But show yourself checking the resistance again when it's all built and cottoned up. You know, we don't want any hard shorts or any issues with coils, and we don't want people following our videos to make mistakes like that. So show those bits in the video.
3.
Number 3, the next one. Now this one is a personal gripe of mine, but it was mentioned as well in my Facebook group in the comments on this thread. Off-camera versus on-camera testing. Now, in my opinion, I feel like the reviewers need to test the item before they hit record on the video camera. The testing should be done, and the review should be my final thoughts on the item. I don't want to watch someone testing the TC live on camera. I just want to know whether it worked for them or not. You know, I don't want to see someone testing a device at max wattage. I want them to have tested that off camera. I think there's so much additional bump that doesn't need to be on the video, doesn't need to be on camera. Test it, then make the video. Don't want to sit through a really long video of people measuring it in real time, testing the TC in real time, having a big vape on it in real time, seeing if it dries out the coil in real time. I don't want to see any of that on camera. I want you to have tested it before you make the video.
4.
Okay, number 4, this is sort of 2 in 1. Again, something that I'm very guilty of myself. Repetition and pronunciation, if at all possible. Now, sometimes it is not possible. Sometimes the names are just impossible to say in English, but whenever possible, learn the pronunciation of the product or the company involved. I'm very guilty of this myself, but I know it is infuriating for viewers when you're constantly saying the name of the item wrong or the name of the company wrong. The absolute classic that sticks in my mind was Kiss. How did you pronounce that? I actually asked them how to pronounce it years and years ago, and they actually told me it was Kiss. But then everyone started saying keys, and I looked like the idiot, and I guess I was if they backtracked on how you pronounce it. But it can be really hard. But if at all possible, learn the pronunciation and get it right. And repetition is another thing as well that drives people mad. If you said that it wicks great, you don't need to say that it wicks great again. Chop that bit out if you accidentally repeat yourself. Again, I do that a lot, but repetition is a really annoyance for a viewer. They don't want to hear the same thing again. Oh, the battery life's not great. The battery life's not great. Did I tell you the battery life's not great? We get it. And I'm as guilty as anyone for that one.
5,
Okay, another one. This is another one that it might be just my personal take on things, but reviewers talking above their station. I don't think it's a place of a reviewer, a vape product reviewer, to go too deep into battery dynamics, battery safety, all that sort of thing. We have experts for that, and the reviewer's job should be to point people in the right direction for battery safety. Ideally Battery Mooch or Torchy, the battery boy, one of these guys that test and have the proper graphs and stats. A bit of an overview of battery safety and a bit of personal opinion of something like that, but ultimately direct people to the experts so they can get professional help. Let's not go above our station and trip ourselves up. And the same for advocacy as well. I think it's the role of the reviewer to get people interested in advocacy and point people to the right direction for advocacy, but I don't think it's the role of the reviewer to start making wild predictions about government policy or what people should be doing, what people should be doing petitions and things like that. I think that the role of a reviewer, again, it should be to point the viewers, the vapors, in the right direction to find out what the real authorities in that matter should be doing. So there we go. That's another one. Okay, a couple of bonus ones. That was the 5, but a couple of bonus ones as well that I'm going to throw in. Listen to feedback. You're never too big to listen to feedback. Even if you can't respond to everyone's comments, and I know it gets trickier the more comments you get over time, make a point of reading the comments for every video. If you've got something wrong, you might need to do a correction. If there's something that particularly people don't like, you can find out about it and fix it, change it. It's so important to continually listen to feedback, no matter how big you've got. You really need to have your ear to the ground and your ear to your audience, in my opinion. Again, this is another possibly quite personal one. It's definitely my take on things, but don't get too carried away with the numbers. It's all built on sand. There are huge YouTube channels with hundreds of thousands, even millions of subscribers that don't get any views anymore. No one's watching anymore. They've fallen out of favour. They've gone down. You might have a period of getting loads of subscribers. You might have a period of getting no subscribers. Just enjoy it. Don't get too carried away with the numbers. Here today, gone tomorrow. There's some very big vape channels that don't get any views anymore, and that could be you. It's all built on sand. It's all such a temporary thing, YouTube. There's peaks and troughs and there's trends and things like that. Don't over focus on the numbers. Focus on having a good time and enjoying yourself and improving what you're doing, and the rest will take care of itself. Don't get too carried away with the numbers, and don't bore your audience talking about the numbers as well. Very final, last one. Again, this might just be me. This is my personal taste as a viewer of vaping content, as well as a maker of vaping content. Not off-topic talk. Live streams on vape channels where they don't talk about vaping at all. Where there's absolutely no vape talk at all. You can see hours and hours of live streams where they hardly talk about vaping. If you want to do that kind of thing, if you want to do an off-topic or a late night stream or a completely off-topic thing, make a second channel or use a different platform. Don't bore your vape audience with nonsense about anything else other than vaping. Let's keep it vaping focused on vaping channels. If you're no longer interested in vaping, get out because it's just boring. Personally, as a vapor, watching these channels when they're talking about non-vaping related stuff, I find it boring. Okay, so there we go, slightly more than 5. 5 main ones and a few bonus ones. Again, let me know what mistakes you think vape reviewers make in the comments below. I think we're going to do a follow-up next week. We're going to do 5 more mistakes juice companies made, because there were a lot more comments from you guys that need adding to the list of mistakes juice companies make. So maybe do that next week. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think about all this. Like and subscribe if you're not already. And I'll see you again next Sunday for 5 more mistakes.